All right, so welcome to our P3 Maths class on Saturday. I am Teacher J and I'll be your P3 Maths teacher. So today we'll be talking about specifically the area, okay? Area of squares, area of rectangles, and area of composite figures. Composite figures in this case would be a mix of your squares and your rectangles together. Okay, so let's take a look at the first one. Area of square. Of course, Shui, there will definitely be bubble questions for you guys. Okay, so the area of the figure, like I mentioned in the very first lesson, which is 2 weeks ago, okay, area of a figure refers to the amount of space it occupies. Now, perimeter of the figure refers to the outline of the figure. Area of the figure refers to everything inside the outline, okay, inside the outline. So if we are given a square that has 4 equal sides, so let's take a look over here. This is our square and the length of each side is 5 cm. Okay, when we want to find the area, okay, when we want to find the area of the square, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? How do we find the area of the square? You're using laptop, Chrome, no issues. There shouldn't be any issues. Just double check that you're able to access the bubble question, okay? Length times breadth, 5 multiplied by 5. Excellent job. Okay, 5 multiplied by 5. A lot of you are giving me 20 centimeter. That would be incorrect. 20 centimeter would be the perimeter. Okay, so when we talk about area of a square, let's take a look over here, okay? Firstly, we are going to say that this part here is 5 cm. Can you see the little pink line just below the length over here? This part here is 5 centimeters. Okay, let me write it down for you guys. This is 5 cm. Okay, the length is 5 centimeters, right? So this is 5 cm over here. Now, when we talk about the area, we have to cover the whole square. Okay, so this part here is 5 cm. Now I'm going to drag this 5 cm all the way down. Can you see? If I'm going to drag all the way down, I'm going to drag it across another 5 cm over here. So to find the area of the square is actually 5 centimeters multiplied by 5 centimeters, and that will give us 25 centimeters squared. So in other words, area of a square, the formula for area of the square is 5 times 5, or length times length. Okay, length times length, because we have to cover everything. Okay, we are not just covering the 4 parts over here, the 4 sides. We are covering everything. We are covering everything inside. Okay, so if one line is 5 cm, we are going to multiply it. We're going to drag it all the way down across another 5 cm vertically. So we need to take 5 centimeters times 5 centimeters to give me 25 centimeters squared. All right, guys. So you need to know the difference between area and perimeter. Again, one more time. Area of any figure is the amount of space it occupies. So in this case, area of a square would be length times length, but the perimeter of a square would be length multiplied by 4, because perimeter is only referring to the outline of the figure. Imagine you have a string. What is the total length of the string that can form the outline of a square? Okay. All right, guys, so let's give this one a try over here. The figure below shows a square. It has a length of 8 centimeters. Can you tell me what is the area of the square? What is the area of the square? For those of you who can't see, I think you might need to rejoin the lesson again, please. 64, excellent job, okay? So to find the area of square, let me write this down for you, okay? To find the area of the square, we need to take length times length. In this case, the length is 8 centimeters. We're going to take 8 multiplied by 8. So you should be very familiar with your 8 timetable already. Thank you very much, Zoel. 8 times 8 is equals to 64. And then, of course, we need our units. Okay, so it's centimeter squared. Okay, guys? All right, so what I need you to always remember is the formula for finding the different parts of the square, whether you're finding the area or finding the perimeter itself. So are you ready for your bubble question? Let's start with something easy, okay? Let's start with something easy. Okay, so let's take a look over here. Try it yourself. The figure below shows a square. The length of the square is 6 centimeter. What is the area of the square? Okay, are you guys ready? Options launching in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. You only have 30 seconds, okay? So make sure you're able to do so. What is the area of the square? Excellent job. Majority of you are getting the correct answer. Well done, well done. Well done, guys. Okay, again, when we talk about the area, we need to find the amount of space that it occupies, right? The amount of space it occupies. Majority, if you got the correct answer, handful of you actually gave me option number 2, whereby you take 6 multiplied by 4. Again, we are not asking for the parameter, we are asking for the area of the figure. So to find the area of the figure, we need to take the length multiplied by the length, because we want to find this whole area over here. Okay, so area of the square, it would be length times length. So length is 6 centimeter. So we're going to take 6 multiplied by 6. In this case, we will have 36 centimeters squared. So the answer would be option number 1. Okay, can everybody follow? Can everybody follow? Let's try one more. Okay, let's try one more. All right, so let's take a look at question number 2. So same thing, the figure below shows a square. Can you tell me what is the area of this square over here? What is the area of this square? Okay. All right, options. You have 30 seconds. So if you need to do your multiplication, I suggest you do your multiplication working right now before I launch the options, okay? I'm going to launch the options in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. What is the area of the square? Excellent job, guys. Well done. What is the area of the square? Good job. So make sure you do your multiplication properly, okay? Make sure you are very familiar with your 12 timetable as well. Okay, so let's take a look over here. Majority, even more. Majority of you got the correct answer. Excellent job, excellent job. All right, so let's take a look over here. To find the area of the square, we need to take length times length. Okay, so let me write it down at the side for you. Area of square, in this case would be length multiplied by length. Okay, so you have 12 cm multiplied by 12 cm. I hope all of you are very familiar with your 12 timetable. 12 times 12 is equals to 144. Units to be cm squared. So the answer would be option number 4. Okay, Teresa, why is it 12 multiplied by 12? Because the area, the formula for area of a square is length times length, whereby we are going to find everything that is covering the square itself. Okay, so for example, if you have one line, imagine you have one string that is 12 cm long. You need this string to fill up the whole vertical area over here, so it's also 12 cm. Okay, so we need 12 multiplied by 12 of this string over here. Okay, so 12 multiplied by 12 would be 144 centimeters squared. Okay. All right, so everybody clear? Are you ready for another question that's a little bit more challenging? A little bit more challenging. Okay, so again, if you guys are experiencing any technical difficulties, please kindly rejoin the lesson, all right? Jared, why is it not multiplied by 2? Where do you get the 2 from? Where do you get 2 from? Where do you get the 2 from? Okay, so again, when we take up, when we are finding the area of a square, we need to take length times length. All right, the two sides of the figure, two sides of the figure, but we are not multiplying the sides of the figure. We are multiplying, we are finding the area of the figure. So in order to find the area of the figure, we need to cover the length, this part, the horizontal part, and the vertical part. So if this part is 12 cm and the vertical part is also 12 cm, we need to multiply 12 by 12 to cover the whole area. If you only multiply by 2, that means you're only multiplying 2 cm. So if you're taking only 2 cm over here, that means you're only finding a small part of the area. That means this part here is 2 cm, for example. But the question is not asking for a part of the area of a part of a square. The question is asking for the area of the whole square. So we need to drag this one down all the way to 12 centimeter. Okay, so the area of the square is actually 12 multiplied by 12. All right. Okay, so let's try the next question. It's going to be a little bit trickier, The figure below shows 7 similar squares. Find the area of the figure. Find the area of the figure. Okay, so this one is a little bit tricky. So let me help you out over here. The first thing you need to do is to find the area of one square. Then you can multiply it by 7 squares. But in order for you to find the area of one square, you need to find the length of one square. Can you find the length of one square first? Okay, so let me write it down at the side and then I'm going to give you some time to do your calculations. Okay, so find the length of one small square. Okay, find the length of one small square, and then after that you can find the area of one small square. After this, you're going to find the area of one small square. Okay, and because the question says that you have 7 similar squares, from here you should be able to find the area of 7 small squares. Okay, guys? All right, so you have 1 minute and 30 seconds to complete this one. Are you guys ready? Do you know how to find the length of one small square? You can start doing the question now, but I have not launched the option yet. So go ahead, do your working on your piece of paper. When I launch the option, you can click on the correct answer itself. Okay? All right, so let's take a look over here. Over here, the length of this 4 squares is 12 cm. So can you find the length of one small square? Are you able to do that? If 1, 2, 3, 4 is equals to 12 cm, can you find the length of one small square? Well done, Shu'a. Well done, Sukai. Yes, excellent job. I see all of you are getting that already. So once you find the length of one small square, you can find the area of the small square. All right, so if you know the length to be what you have already found it out, to find the area, remember you just take length times length, then you can get the area of one square. Then from there, you should be able to multiply by 7 to get the area of the figure. Okay? All right, I see answers coming in already. Options launching in 3, 2, 1. You still have 1.5 minutes after I launch the option. Okay, so take your time and do your working correctly so that you can get the correct answer. All right, take your time to do the working correctly. Easy? Some of you say easy. All right, excellent job, guys. I know. Can you find the length of one small square first? Remember, at the side over here, you have the length of 4 squares. So find the length of one small square first. All right. And then find the area of the square. And then you can multiply it by that 7 similar squares. A little bit difficult. You need to think a little bit more because this one requires you to do 3 steps. But I hope with all this, it's easier for you guys to be able to derive the final answer. Natalie, excellent job. Well done. Okay, Sarah, excellent job. Well done. Okay, you have about 20 more seconds. For those of you who are not very sure, it's okay. Just try whatever you can, and then I'll go through with you in a bit. Okay, I'll go through with you in a bit. Leroy, excellent job. Suti, that is correct as well. Kate, do you know where you went wrong? Or if you're not sure, hold on. Okay, I'm going to go through with you in a bit. So let me see. Majority of you got the correct answer. Excellent job. Okay, so let's go through together. Okay, let's go through together. Now, the first thing we need to do is to find the length of one small square, correct? So what I need you guys to take note of is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lengths is equals to 12 cm. Can you see that? Let me write here at the side. 4 length is equals to 12 cm. So in order for you to find the length of one small square, which is the highlighted part over here, okay, you need to take 12 cm divided by 4. So each side is actually 3 cm. Okay, so this part here is actually 3 cm. And since we're given that it is a square, to find the area of a square, we need to take the length multiplied by length. Okay, length multiplied by length. So if the length is 3 centimeters, down here is also 3 centimeters. So we need to take 3 cm multiplied by 3 cm over here. And then that will give you a total of 9 cm squared, right? Okay, so over here, we know that the area of one small square is actually 9 centimeters squared. The question says that there are 7 similar squares. 7 similar squares. So if this is 9 centimeters squared, 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 and 9 centimeters squared, to find the area of all the small squares, we need to take 7 of them, multiply by the area of one small square. Okay, so 7 multiplied by 9, you will get 63 centimeters squared. Okay, so the answer would be option number 3. Okay, what is up with the 2 at the end? Okay, what is this 2? This 2 just means it is multiplied by itself 2 times. That's all. Okay, so in other words, if I were to write it out everything for you, hope it's not too confusing. Okay, all right. Hope it's not too confusing. This will be 3 centimeter multiplied by 3 centimeter. So whenever we have centimeter multiplied by centimeter, because they are multiplying with each other, centimeter appears twice. Instead of writing cm, we will write cm squared. Okay, centimeter squared. So in other words, squared, this one over here, just means that you have to multiply it by itself. Okay, so just like if I say 2 squared, it just means 2 times 2. Centimeter squared, this means centimeter multiplied by centimeter. 3 squared in this case is just 3 times 3. So this is something that you will learn when you reach the upper primary and in secondary. Sometimes you will see numbers like this, 2 squared. The squared on top just means that you're just going to multiply the number by itself 2 times. Okay, so if you have 2 to the power of 3 with a small 3 at the top, it means that you have to take 2 times 2 times 2. So you multiply by itself 3 times. That's all. Okay, that's all. So this squared just means that you're multiplying this centimeter by this centimeter by itself. Okay, all right, so let me erase this so that I do not confuse you guys any further. So that's why you have a difference in the number in the units to represent the area and the area and the perimeter itself. Okay, so perimeter, you do not multiply centimeter by centimeter, you multiply the length by 4 parts. Okay, so you only multiply the centimeter 1 time, so it's just centimeter. But in area, because you're talking about length multiplied by length, so it's 3 cm multiplied by 3 cm, that's why we get cm squared. Okay, all right, guys. So this one's a little bit different. All right, so it's something that you guys have to memorize in terms of the units. Okay, so now let's take a look at bubble question number 4. Bubble question number 4. Okay, let's take a look over here. The diagram below shows two squares. We have square A and square B. Given that the area of square A is 4 times that of square B, find the area of square A. So this one is very similar to the one that we did last week on the parameter. Okay, so let me help you guys out over here by writing the partial sentence, partial statement. And then I'm going to leave it to you guys to do your calculation, okay? So we know that the area of square A is 4 times that of square B. So the first thing we need to do is to find the area of square B. Once you find the area of square B, to find the area of square A, what must you do? What must you do? You need to multiply by 4 because it's 4 times bigger. 4 times bigger. So take the area of square B, multiply by 4, and you should get your final answer. Because this one, let me highlight for those of you who are not very sure, 4 times just means we need to multiply by 4. Okay? So you have 1 minute to complete the question. Are you guys ready? All right. Options starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, excellent job. So many of you got the correct answer in a split second. So make sure you do your multiplication correctly, okay? Make sure you do your multiplication correctly. First, please find the area of square B. Then you can find the area of square A. Julia, do you know where you went wrong? Well done, Eden. Okay. All right, so for those of you who are experiencing technical difficulties, I will need you guys to try to rejoin the lesson again. Okay, please try to rejoin the lesson again. Okay. Okay, do you know where you went wrong? Is it the multiplication area? Sorry, error, not area. Okay, you have 1 more second and time's up. Excellent job, guys. Okay, I have a handful of you who actually gave me option number 4. Okay, for those of you who give me option number 4, I'm assuming you take 3 meters multiplied by 4. Okay, so one more time, please let me explain. We want to find the area of square B. When we want to find area, it is length times length, not 3 times 4. I'm not asking for the parameter, I'm asking for the area. I need this whole area, means I'm going to take 3 centimeter multiply by 3 centimeters. So imagine this string over here. I'm going to drag all the way down. I'm going to drag it all the way down over here. Okay, so it is 3 meters multiplied by 3 meters. And that will give me 9 meters squared. So if the area of square B is 9 meters squared, area of square A is 4 times of square B. So I need to take 9 meters squared multiplied by 4. 9 meters squared multiplied by 4, and that will give us 36. Okay, 36 meters squared. So the answer would be option number 3, not option number 4. Again, for those of you who gave me option number 4, what you did over here, the first step should be incorrect. You take 3 multiplied by 4 sides instead of 3 multiplied by 3. So know the difference between area and perimeter. Perimeter is asking for the outline, area is asking for the inside only. Okay, so always take length multiplied by length. Okay. All right, so let's try one more before we go on to the area of a rectangle. Let's try one more over here. Diagram of the diagram below shows two squares A and B as well. Given that the area of square A is 4 times that of square B, find the area of square B. So this one is the opposite. Just now I gave you asked you to find the area of the smallest square, then find the area of the biggest square. Now, because you're given the length of the biggest square, you're going to find the area of the biggest square, then find the area of the smallest square. All right, area of the smallest square over here. So let's take a look over here. Let me write down the partial sentence for you. So first, find the area of square A. Because you're already given the length of square A, you should be able to find the area of square A. After you're done with that, you can find the area of square B. Okay? All right. So you have 1 minute. Are you guys ready? 1 minute. Options launching in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay. Excellent job, guys. So find the area of square A first. A is 4 times that of B. So how do you find the area of square B? Okay. And see, let me explain that to you after I go through this question, okay? All right, let me try another method to explain to you. Okay, you try this question first. Just remember that the area of a square is length times length. So if the length is 10 meters over here, so to find the area would be 10 times 10. Okay, 10 times 10. Okay, you have about 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. Okay, Sarah, that is correct. Well done. Natalie, well done. Excellent job. Okay, majority of you got the correct answer. Even more of you got the correct answer. So excellent job, guys. Well done. Okay, so to find the area of square A, we need to take 10 meters multiplied by 10 meters. Okay, so we're going to take 10 meters multiplied by 10 meters because it's length times length, which is equals to 100 meter square. Okay, 100 meters square. So to find the area of square B, we know that A is 4 times that of square B. That means A is equals to B multiplied by 4. So to find B, to find the area of B, do you do multiplication or do you do division? Do you do multiplication or do you do division? What do you guys think? If I want to find the area of square B, which is smaller, so should I do multiplication? Should I do times 4 or division? Excellent job, guys. Well done. It is division. Thank you very much, Xingmei and see. Jinza, well done. The rest of you answer the question as well. Okay, well done. So we're gonna take 100 meters squared divided by 4. Okay, so do your long division at the side. 100 divided by 4 is equals to 25 meters squared over here. Okay, so the answer would be option number 1. Option number 1. Okay, now before I go on to the next one over here, let me explain to you guys something here. Some of you are still confused. How come I need to take 3 meters multiplied by 3 meters? Why I need to take the length multiplied by length and not 3 meters multiplied by 4? I need you guys to know the difference between perimeters and area. Okay, so last lesson we did on perimeter. Correct? Perimeter of a square just means the outline of a square. Just means the outline, which is this one, this one, this one, and this one. Correct? Okay. So given that if the length is 3 cm, the perimeter, okay, will be 3 cm multiplied by 4, and that will give you 12 cm. So imagine if you're taking a string and you're going to form a square. So what is the total length of the string? So in this side, the length of the string is 3 cm, 3 cm, 3 cm, 3 cm. If you straighten everything out, it would be 12 cm. This one, everybody clear because you're talking about the outline itself, okay? So imagine you use your pencil, you need to draw. Okay, just drawing the outline. If you draw the top part is 3 cm, the side is 3 cm, the bottom is 3 cm, the left side is 3 cm. Altogether, you've drawn a total of 12 cm. Okay, a line of 12 cm. But when we talk about area, area is different from perimeter. In this case, when we talk about area, we are talking about the amount of space it occupies. We are talking about the inside of the square. No longer the outside of the square, we are talking about the inside of the square. Meaning to say, if this one is 3 centimeters, I'm going to cut it up, okay? I'm going to cut it up to this part here. So each length over here, let me rewrite this, is 1 cm, 1 cm, 1 cm. Can you see? So 1 cm by 1 cm is a 1 cm square. Okay, so the side over here, okay, I'm going to cut into 3 parts over here. Just make it the minimum. This is also 1 cm, 1 cm, and 1 cm. So if I were to divide it this way and this way, how many 1 cm squares do I have? How many 1 cm squares do I have? That means across at the top over here, I have 3, correct? This part here, I have 3. Then at the side over here, I also have 3. I also have 3 multiplied by 3. Okay, so in other words, it's like it's 3 groups of 3. That's why there's a total of 9 squares over here. So that's the difference between your perimeter and area. Area is counting the inside of it. So if the length itself is 3, and then this length is 3, so you need to multiply 3 groups of 3. That's why we have 9 centimeters squared. Okay, so the difference between your perimeter and the area, I hope you guys are familiar or clearer now. Perimeter just means the outline, okay? Area just means everything on the inside, everything on the inside, okay? So if the length is 3 centimeters, that means I can fit 3 1 cm squares over here and 3 1 cm squares over here. So altogether, I can fit a total of 9 1 cm square, okay? So I hope you guys know the difference, and therefore you need to memorize the formula as well. Perimeter of square would be the length multiplied by 4, and then area of a square would be the length multiplied by length. Okay? All right, is that better? Okay, so let's try area of a rectangle. Okay, let's try the area of the rectangle. So again, area of the figure refers to the amount of space it occupies. Okay, the amount of space it occupies. So let's take a look over here. A rectangle, the opposite sides are of equal length. Okay, the longer side is called the length. The shorter side is called the breadth. This is what we went through last week. Correct? This part here is called the length, and this part here is called the breadth. So if I've give you the information that the length of this rectangle is 10 centimeter and the breadth of this rectangle is 5 centimeter, can you tell me what is the area of this rectangle? What is the area of this rectangle? Okay, so same thing, excellent job, well done guys. Okay, so to find the area of the rectangle, can you see this part over here? Let's start with this string over here. Let's start with this length over here. This length in this case is 10 cm. Okay, and what I have to do to find the area is I have to drag this 10 cm across the breadth. Okay, I have to bring it all the way down. Bring it all the way down. That means it's actually covering 10 cm by 5 centimeters. By 5 centimeters over here. So to find the area of this rectangle, it is actually 50 centimeters squared. So for those of you who are not sure again, let me redraw this for you, okay? Now, you are given that this part here is 10 centimeters. So let's split this into 1 cm square. So how many squares will I have across the length? If everything is 1 cm, 1 cm, 1 cm, 1 cm, 1 cm, how many squares will I have across the length? I should have 10, correct? So let's draw. I try to draw, okay? Might not be very accurate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so everything is 10 cm, all right? So let me elongate over here. This part here. So across the length, I can divide it into 10 equal groups because it's 10 cm, right? So I have 10 equal 1 cm rectangles in this case, okay? And then I want it to be fair. This one over here, I have 5 cm. So how many 1 cm length do I have in 5 cm? How many 1 cm length do I have in 5 cm? 5, thank you very much. Okay, so I'm going to divide this into 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so let me just try to draw this one across. So in other words, how many 1 cm squares do I have altogether? How many 1 cm squares do I have altogether? I'll have a total of 50 because this side here I have 10. I will have 10 and then I need to go down by 5 rows, right? So it's 5 groups of 10. So it's 10 multiplied by 5 and that will give me a total of 50 centimeters squared. So to find the area is rather to ask you, how many 1 cm squares can I fit inside this whole rectangle? Okay, so it's length times breadth. So the formula for area of rectangle would be length multiplied by breadth. Okay, guys? All right, so let's try. Okay, I'm going to go straight to our bubble question in this case. Let's try this one over here. So you guys give it a try. Okay, the figure below shows a rectangle. Can you tell me what is the area of the rectangle for those of you who need a little bit of help to find the area of rectangle? Okay, in this case, it will have to be length multiplied by breadth. Okay, all right, 30 seconds. Options launching in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Length multiplied by breadth. Okay, so how many 1 cm squares can I fit into this rectangle? So across the length is 8 cm. So how many 1 cm square can I fit across? And how many 1 cm square can I fit across the breadth? And then I'm going to multiply it. Is it easier? A lot of you got the correct answer already. Ooh, time is up. Excellent job, guys. Well done, well done. Yes. Okay, so yes, length times breadth. Length in this case is 8 centimeters. Breadth is 3 centimeters. So we multiply 8 times 3 is equals to 24. Centimeter multiplied by centimeter will be centimeter squared. Okay, so the answer would be option number 4. All right, option number 4. Well done. Okay, so let's try one more. Just to make sure you guys are very familiar, the figure below shows a rectangle. Tell me, what is the area of the rectangle? So let me write it down. Do your calculations, do your multiplication working at the side right now because you only have about, I give you 1 minute for this one. More than enough time. So let me help you guys again. Area of rectangle, in this case, we are going to take length multiplied by breadth. Okay, length multiplied by breadth. Options launching in 3, 2, 1. I see the answers coming in already. Good job, guys. Well done, well done. Okay, I've already launched. You have 1 minute, more than enough time to do so. Excellent job. Jiawen, maybe you can try to rejoin the lesson again. Can you try that? Okay. You have about 30 more seconds. Eden. Eden, do you know where you went wrong? Well done, Kisera. Well done, Hashini. Some of you say it's so easy. Michelle, I'll go through with you, okay? All right. So give me about 10 more seconds. You have 10 more seconds. Then I'll go through the answer with you. Eden, I think you might see incorrect or you do your multiplication incorrectly. Option number 3 and option number 4 is very, very close. Option number 3 and option number 4 is very, very close. Michelle, did you calculate the perimeter or did you calculate the area? Did you calculate the perimeter or did you calculate the area? Again, when you want to find the area, that means how many squares can I fit inside, right? How many squares can I fit inside? So across the length, I can fit 14 1 cm square. Okay, across the breadth, I can fit 8 1 cm square. So I'm going to take 14 multiplied by 8. Yeah, okay. So option number 2, 44 centimeters is actually the perimeter. Okay, but the question is asking for the area. So please be careful and read the question correctly. Okay, so 14 multiplied by 8, you have 112. So for those of you who give me option number 4, I'm not sure if your multiplication has an error or you see the wrong option, okay? So it's 1, 1, 2, not 1, 2, 2. All right, so the answer should be option number 3. Option number 4 is just a little bit tricky, okay? Just to make sure that you guys are reading the options correctly. Okay, guys? All right, so let's try a couple more questions before we go on to the composite figures. Now, this one you got to read the question carefully, okay? Please read the question carefully. The breadth of a rectangle is 4 cm. The length is thrice its breadth. Find the area of the rectangle. Now, area of the rectangle is length times breadth. You know the breadth, you need to find what is the length of the rectangle. Then you can find the area of the rectangle. I see the answers are coming in already. Excellent job. So I'm going to launch the options. Okay, you have 1.5 minutes for those of you who need a little bit of help. I will help you. Okay, now let me launch the options first. Options launching in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, so we know for those of you who need a little bit of help. Okay, based on the question, breadth of rectangle given to you is 4 centimeter. So you need to find the length. Okay, please find the length of the rectangle, which is thrice its breadth. Thrice its breadth means you need to multiply by 3. Then you can find the area of the rectangle. Okay, so I help you guys a lot already. So please try the rest by yourself. So find the length of the rectangle first, then find the area of the rectangle. Okay. All right. Excellent job. Well done. Well done, Jasper. Okay. I think a lot of you are asking for their sticker. So let me see, which one can I give it to you? Yeah, good job. Well done to those of you who got it correct. Okay, those of you who got it incorrect, I hope you know where you went wrong. If you're not sure, please hold on for another 10 more seconds and then I'll go through the answer together with you. Well done, Clarice. Well done, Zachary. Well done, Charlotte. Excellent job, guys. Okay. All right, so let's take a look over here. So many of you got the correct answer. Excellent job. Round of applause for you guys, okay? So the first thing we need to do is to find the length of the rectangle. Can you guys please help me? How to find the length of the rectangle? If it says that the length is thrice its breadth, what do you do? What do you do? Length is thrice its breadth. 4 multiplied by 3. Yes, so the breadth is 4 centimeter. The length is 3 times, means we need to multiply by 3. So the length is actually 12 cm. Okay, and then now we want to find the area of rectangle. We know that area of rectangle is just length times breadth, correct? So we've already found out that the length is 12 cm. Okay, length is 12 cm, breadth is 4 cm over here. So length times breadth, 12 times 4 is equals to 48. And then cm multiplied by centimeter is equals to centimeter squared. So the answer would be option number 1, right? Option number 1 over here. So well done, guys. Excellent job. Okay. All right. So let's try one more before we go on to our composite figures. Okay, one last one. Let's go. So this one is very similar to the one with the 7 similar squares. Now we have 4 similar rectangles. So please find the area of the figure. So in order for you to find the area of the figure, you're already given the length of one square, the breadth of the square. So find the area of one rectangle, sorry, not square, rectangle. Find the area of the rectangle first and then multiply it by 4 rectangles. Okay, Marilyn, I see your answer and that is correct. Well done. So are you guys ready? Can I launch the option? You have 2 minutes. 2 minutes to key in the answer. Yes. I see answer coming in already. Okay, options launching in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, so for those of you who might need a little bit of help, let me help you, okay? So the first thing we need to do is to find the area of one rectangle. Okay, find the area of one rectangle. This is the length and this is the breadth. So you should be able to find the area of one rectangle already. From here, you have 4 similar rectangles. So find the area of 4 rectangles. It's just 2 steps. So make sure you do your multiplication correctly, okay? Do your multiplication correctly. Well done. A lot of you got the correct answer. Excellent job. Excellent job, guys. Oh, okay. Let me alternate the stickers that I'm going to send to you guys, okay? So well done. Have about 50 more seconds for those of you who need a little bit of help. Sally, that is correct. Excellent job. Thank you very much for writing the whole equation for me. Saying, do you get the correct answer? I can't tell what's that face. Yes, excellent job. Well done, well done. Well done, Kisara. Excellent job. Okay, we have about 20 more seconds. So for those of you who've not keen your answer, please kindly do so. 20 more seconds. Oh, Taryn. Oh, okay, but don't worry, we still have 2 minutes, so they have more than enough time to click in the answers, yeah? So don't worry about that. Thank you very much, saying that is correct as well. Zachary, do you have the correct answer? Talia, cannot, that's too much bubbles. It's gonna be a very, very, very difficult question. All right. Okay, so let's take a look. A lot of you got a correct answer. A handful of you also give me option number 2. Option number 2, for those of you who give me your answers, option number 2, you are missing one more step. So let's take a look over here, okay? To find the area of one rectangle, we need to take length times breadth. Now, the figure already shows us that the length of one rectangle is 19 centimeter. The breadth is 7 centimeters. So you're going to take 19 cm multiplied by 7 cm. Okay, so you're going to do your working at the side. 19 multiplied by 7, you have 133 cm multiplied by cm is equals to cm squared. And then some of you already give me the answer as option number 2. But the question is asking for the area of the figure, okay? So this is just the area of one rectangle. You want to find the area of 4 rectangles, we need to multiply it by 4, okay? So take 133 centimeters squared, multiply it by 4, okay? So 133 multiplied by 4, you will have 532 centimeters squared. So the answer would be option number 4. Okay. So for those of you who give me option number 2, please be careful. All right. Okay. So now let's move on to our composite figures over here. To find the area of composite figures, we need to find the area of each individual figure first, and then we're going to add them together. So let's take a look over here. An example. Okay, the figure below is made up of a rectangle and a square. So can you find the area of the figure? So in order for you to find the area of the figure, we will need to find the area of a rectangle first, then the area of the square, and then we're going to add them together. Okay? So to find the area of the figure, we're going to do it one by one. So first, let's find the area of the rectangle. Okay? Area of rectangle. So can you guys type in the equation for me to find the area of the rectangle? Yeah, Kang, I think there's one extra digit you're giving me. 12 multiplied by 7. Excellent job. So 12 centimeter multiplied by 7 centimeter. And what do you guys get? What is 12 multiplied by 7? 84. Excellent job. 84 centimeter squared over here. So this is the area of the rectangle. Next, let's find, let me do it in another color, okay? Let's find the area of the square. Find the area of square. So can you help me? What's the formula for area of square? 10 times 10. Excellent job. Okay, so it's length multiplied by length. Okay, so together you have 100 centimeter squared, but that's not the final answer, right? Because the question is asking you for the area of the figure. Area of the figure is made up of a rectangle and a square, so to find the area of the figure we need to add them together. Okay, so to find area of figure we need to take 84 plus 100. Okay, so I think all of you should be able to give me the answer, 184. Excellent job. Okay, so the answer would be 184 centimeters squared. Everybody can follow? All of you clear? Okay, so to find area of composite figure, again, one more time, you just find the area of one of the shape, find the area of the other shape, and then you add them together. Okay, so let's try over here. Let's try this one over here. The figure below is made up of two squares. Okay, look at the question carefully. Figure below is made up of two squares. So find the area of the figure. Are you guys ready? You have 1.5 minutes to key in your answer. Can I launch it now, or do I need to give you a little bit of time? Should I give you a little bit of time? Now. 5 seconds? Then I help you a little bit, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I launch. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to help you guys. Okay, I'm going to help you guys. So the first thing, let's call this square A and square B. So what you need to do is to find the area of square A. Find the area of square B. Then you can find the total area of the figure. Okay, so 3 steps over here. Find the area of square A first, find the area of square B, then find the total area of the figure. So many of you got the correct answer. I'm going to send you guys a sticker, okay? Excellent job. Well done, guys. Let me see this one. Good job. Esme, do you do your calculations correctly? Okay, we still have about 10 more seconds and then I'm going to give you the, I'm going to go through the answer with you guys. Okay, well done, Joy. Excellent job. Young, why is it unfair? What's wrong? You care to share with me? All right, so let's take a look together. Okay, we want to find the area of square A. We want to find the area of square A. So please help me. How do I find the area of square A, guys? Area of square is length times length, right? Length times length. Okay, so we know that the length is 3 centimeters, right? So we're going to take 3 multiplied by 3. 3 cm multiplied by 3 cm. So what do you guys have? What is 3 multiplied by 3? Is it 6 or is it 9? It should be 9 centimeters squared. Okay, so I hope that I hope that you guys have the correct calculation over here. Thank you very much, Elisa. All right, next one, we want to find the area of square B. How do I find the area of square B? 5 times 5. Excellent job, guys. Well done. 5 multiplied by 5. Okay, so what is 5 times 5? 25. Excellent job, 25. So we know that this one is 9 cm squared and this is 25 cm squared. To find the area of the total figure, we just need to all together, thank you very much, Charlotte, add them together. Yes, so 9 cm squared plus 25 cm squared. What do you guys get? 34. Yes, we have 34 centimeters squared. So the answer would be option number 4. Yes. Okay. Excellent job. All right. Okay. So one last question before I let you guys go. One last question. All right. let's try to earn a little bit more bubbles before I let you guys go. 2 more minutes. I might need a couple more minutes after that. Okay, so give me about 4 more minutes. Let's take a look at this one. The figure is made up of 2 identical small squares and 1 big square. Find the area of the figure. You have 1.5 minutes. Can I launch my option already, or should I give you a bit of time? 1.5 minutes, okay? All right. I'm launching in 3, 2, 1. This one is not too difficult in terms of your multiplication. So I think you can do your mental calculation over here. For those of you who need a little bit of help, let's find the area of the small square first. Okay, find the area of small square. Find the area of the big square. Then find the total area of figure. Remember, the figure is made up of 2 small squares. 2 small squares. Okay, so please make sure you add them correctly. Add them correctly. Saying that you add the, I think you add the parameter. I want the area. I want the area. Give me about 2 more minutes, okay, guys? Let me go through this with you. 2 more minutes. Okay, Sarah, that is correct. Saying it's okay so long as you know where you went wrong. Okay, it is a common mistake, all right, to be confused with area and parameter. Just know that. Remember to read the question carefully. Okay. All right. And time's up. So let's take a look over here. Okay, time's up. Let's do it together. I want to find the area of the small square. Small square would be this one over here, right? So it'd be length times length. Length times length would be 3 centimeter. Multiplied by 3 centimeter. All of you should know that this will give you 9 cm squared. Next, we want to find the area of the big square. So this one is the big square. So can you help me? How do I find the area of the big square? Length times length, which is 6 centimeter multiplied by 6 centimeter. Thank you very much, Singray. Give me the final answer. 6 centimeter multiplied by 6 centimeter, which is equals to 36 centimeter squared. So if I want to find the area of the whole figure, I need to take the area of the big square plus 2 small squares. So if I were to write 36 plus 9, is that correct? Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Can you guys help me? No? 36 plus 9 is the final answer? What am I missing? What am I missing? You guys say, yes, I'm missing something. 9, thank you very much, Aloysius. Yes, I need to plus 9 because I have 2 small squares. All right, so I need to take 9 plus 9 over here. Okay, so 36 plus 9 plus 9, that will give me the final answer of 54 centimeter squared. So the answer would be option number 1. Yes, another 9. Thank you very much, Jaden. Okay, all right, excellent job. All right, so for those of you who want to take down the notes over here, to take down the formula. So this is what we have learned today. Area and perimeter. Area of square would be the length times length. Area of rectangle would be the length times breadth. To find the area of composite figures, find the area of each individual section or shape first, then add or subtract them together to find the area of the composite figure. Okay, so that's all for today. If you have any other questions, you can stay back and ask. If not, then I'll see you guys next week. Okay, bye.